Hi, my name is Tracy Collins. I own Virtual Bookkeeping Pro, formerly Collins Bookkeeping Services. We provide bookkeeping services, cash flow coaching, and financial coaching. We will keep your books up to date so that you can increase your cash flow, increase your profit, and we can provide our coaching to help you grow your business. So today we're going to discuss break-even point for your business. We're going to discuss what a break-even point is. We're going to discuss how you find it, and we're going to discuss why it is so important. So what is the break-even point? The break-even point is the point in your business where you're not making any money, but you're not losing any money. So basically, the money that you are bringing in sales is just enough so that you can cover all of the expenses that you have for your business. Once you get to that break-even point within your business, after that break-even point is met, every dollar that you bring in is going to be strictly profits. And who doesn't want any more profits? So why is the break-even point important? Well, the biggest thing is we want to make sure that your your break-even point so that you can cover any and all expenses that you have for your business. These expenses could be your marketing, your professional services, your coaching, your payroll, any of those items that we need to make sure that you're bringing in enough money to cover all of those expenses. Because if you are not bringing enough money to at least cover those expenses, you are not going to be very sustainable, and then you're going to be one of the statistics of the small businesses who fail. It's also going to help you to figure out when you can expect to be profitable. You're not going to be profitable the first month, the first 6 months. You might not even be profitable the first year. It usually takes a couple years before a business is fully profitable. So this will give you discovering your break-even point will give you a general idea as to when you can expect to be profitable for your business. And it's also very important because if you have been able to cover your expenses up to this point, and then you are starting to grow and you discover that you need to bring on employees, or you want to purchase that new vehicle or anything like that for your business, you need to make sure that your current fees are going to be in line to be able to cover all of the new expenses that you want to have. And it also will help you get your targets for your revenue. So how is the break-even point determined? Well, it's determined by a simple formula. You take your fixed costs, you divide them by your sales price or how much you charge per hour, and you subtract that from your variable costs. Now, a couple examples of fixed costs are going to be rent, your payroll, except for your overtime, because overtime can change, any insurance premiums that you might have, utilities, etc. Examples of the variable costs are going to be, materials for your jobs. If you're an HVAC, it's going to be probably filters. It's going to be capacitors that you purchase. Anything along the lines that is specifically for that job. Those can vary based on the job. So what we're going to do is we would take, and this is going to be the simple formula so that you can see how much you need to sell. So we'll say your expenses are $5,000. And then we'll say that you charge $100 an hour. And then we'll say your variable expenses are $50. So based on this formula, you take your $5,000, divided it by the hours, minus the variable cost, and it gets 100 hours that you need to sell in order to break even. That's not that bad considering the total billable hours for an entire year is 2,080. That's based on a 40-hour work week. So here is a really good link that I came up with that I found that would help you with your break-even analysis. And we're just going to use the formula that we just used. So we're just going to say the expected unit sales are 100 units. But we'll say that your fixed cost is going to be $5,000, just like what we had said, that you charge $100 per hour, and that your variable costs are $50. So if you look, it says here you will break even at 100 units. So you need to break even you need to sell 100 units in order to make sure that you are covering your expenses. So when is the best time to do a break-even analysis? Well, the very, very best time to do one is when you first start out, when you're trying to set your prices and find out exactly what you should be charging so that you can at the very least break even. So you're going to want to do the break-even analysis when you're getting ready to set your prices. You're also going to want to do a break-even analysis when, like we discussed earlier, you're getting a new employee or you want to purchase a new vehicle or anything like that, because you want to make sure that if your expenses are increasing, that your fees are also increasing to keep up with those increases in expenses. So there are going to be a couple reasons why you go below your break-even. A couple of those is there's a decrease in customer demand for your services. Some of you probably know that all too well because you're all in seasonal work. Or there is a rise in your variable costs, but your net revenue doesn't rise as fast to cover up the cost. That will end up hurting your break-even amount. If your sales team is not following up diligently with their possible prospects, then you're not going to be able to pay that sales team because they are not even making enough money to take care of their own payroll. Maybe there's some new competition. You might have some new competition that is taking some of your business. Or you might have some new technology that you're using that might be a little bit more expensive. Or your support is not very good, where you don't provide good customer service to your your customers, and then they go elsewhere for their business needs. So how can Virtual Bookkeeping Pro help you? Well, we can help you figure out which one of your customers are the most loyal to you. We can help you discover what one of your services has the highest profit margin. You know, if you do full service, if you do replacement parts, if you do commercial and you do residential, we can help you figure out what the highest profit margin is for each one of those between the residential and commercial. We can help you find areas that you might be overpaying for materials so that we can bring those expenses down a little bit so that you can make your break-even point a little bit better. And we'll keep your books up to date so that they are accurate and you can use your real-time information to find your break-even point, to make sure you're charging correctly to be profitable. Because we want you to be profitable, we want you to grow your business, we want you to be happy in your business, and if you're taking all the risk, we want you to be able to enjoy your business and get what you need out of your business. So that concludes my presentation today about the break-even point. If you have any questions in regards to this PowerPoint or our services, please feel free to contact us. You see that my website is virtualbookkeepingpro.com. The telephone number is 615-768-9321, or you can email me at virtualbookkeepingprotennessee@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great day.